Hi, my name is Jason Manning, and I recently competed in Ultra 520K Canada, which is it's a 520 kilometer, 3-day multi-sport triathlon with 10 kilometers of swimming, 424 kilometers of cycling, and 84 kilometers of running. I finished the race in 4th place overall with a time of 25 hours, 43 minutes, and 11 seconds. I did all my training and racing on a 80-10-10, or as it's otherwise known as a Fruitarian Diet. And real quick, a Fruitarian Diet consists of, it's more of a lifestyle where I eat at least 90% of my calories from fruit, about 5% of my calories from vegetables, and about 5% of my calories from overt fat sources such as nuts, seeds, and avocados. I really enjoy this way of eating. It helps me recover faster. It helps me stay injury-free. Helps keep me lean and feeling strong. Fruits most accurately meet the nutritional needs of a human being more than any other food on the planet. Fruit is superfood for athletes and for humans. So going into Ultraman, one of the concerns I had for the race was making it through about 3 hours of swimming without taking a poop break. And so here's what I did. I was successful in doing that. And so the day before the race, I abstained from having any vegetables. I find the vegetable insoluble fiber a little bit rougher than say the soluble, water-soluble fiber in fruit. And so I had, for breakfast the day before the race, I had watermelon. For lunch, I had bananas. For dinner, I had bananas. And for breakfast before the race, I had bananas. And I find bananas slow things down a little bit in the digestive tract, and I can go longer than normal, or at least normal for me, without needing to take a poop. And I made it through the 3-hour swim without needing to go number 2, and I made it through the entire 8-hour day without needing to go number 2. So that was incredibly successful. The other tip I would also say on the pre-race meal is I had it about 2.5 hours before the swim start, and I chewed my bananas instead of blending them. And I chewed them because chewing them takes longer and it allows the body to recognize when it's full. Therefore, I was less likely to overeat, which would avoid stomach cramps. The other thing, too, I found while training is that just a little bit of electrolytes about 15 minutes before the swim. Also, I don't know why, it just seemed to slow things down a little bit, so I just had a little sip of the electrolytes before the swim start, and I had no problems. Day 2, which was the 275 kilometer bike ride, was another poopless day. No problem for 9 hours. And then day 3, the run, was a little bit different. Still hadn't had any vegetables at this point, but with running, it's a lot more jostling of the gut. And so I think I pooped twice during the double marathon. And the positive thing about, fruit poops is that they're fast. And so I can often finish pooing before I finish peeing. And so in a 9-hour race, you should be going pee multiple times. And so I just timed the bathroom break, the pee and the poo at the same time, and to save time. Fruit poops are also clean. So just a few leaves or a flat rock works well, and you just need one swipe, which is what I did during the race. Rocks and leaves were plenty on this course, so it was no issue. All right, and then so moving on, the bulk of my calories throughout Ultraman, before and after the race, were bananas. And I love bananas. They have 89 calories per 100 grams. So they're quite calorie dense when compared to other fruits. As an example, watermelon has 30 calories per 100 grams. Mango's 65, so you can kind of see the difference there. The sugars in bananas compose of glucose and fructose, so it kind of acts as a quick energy with and a long-lasting energy with the single and the double molecules there. But of course, they have fiber and water and all the nutrients and everything, which regulates the release of the sugar into the body. So basically, what I was doing after the race is I blended Vitamix full of just straight bananas. So about 2 liters of bananas, which probably has about close to 1,800 to 2,000 calories in it. Put it in a water bottle, and then as soon as I was off the bike, I guess off the bike in both cases, down went the banana smoothie. So that was the first thing I did right away. And then later for a second dinner, I had more bananas again, except on the second night I had grapes, just because I was feeling something with a little bit more water content in it. Grapes have about 80 grams of water per 100 grams, where bananas 75. Yet grapes are still relatively calorie dense at 65 calories per 100 grams. And and then so during the races, my primary calorie source were measurable dates, which are these guys just like this. I put a dozen in a bag, made sure my crew pitted them for me. And dates have 270, or measurable dates specifically, have 277 calories per 100 grams. So they're quite calorically dense. And like I said, these little guys, about one will have about 50 to 55 calories on them. So they're just super calorie dense. And put them in a bag, 12 per bag, which would contain about 600 calories. And I basically ate these things on the bike rides like they were going out of style. It's difficult to eat during the swim. I probably only had about 200 calories. And what I did for that is I just blended water with dates and then just sucked it back while I stopped in the water. But on the bike, it's a lot easier to eat a lot of calories, and you have to eat a lot of calories on the bike because, for example, on day one, I burned over 7,000 calories. On day 2, I burned 10,000 calories. And so to get enough calories to go into the run day, the last day, before and after the event, when the races are taking 8-9 hours and you still need to get 10.5 hours of sleep, there's just not enough time to eat. And so you got to eat while you're riding the bike. If you want to have a successful Ultraman or Ultra 520K Canada, you have to eat a lot on the bike. And I was eating about, on day 2, the 275 kilometer bike, I was eating about 800 calories an hour on average. I didn't keep track. I just kept eating. I kept eating when I was hungry. And basically all I did is there are no pits in the dates, and so they get all gooey when they're stuffed into a jersey pocket. So literally just open the bag like this and stick your mouth in and eat it like it's just like that. Eat it like it's an energy bar or whatever. And I'm not going to take a bite because these have the pits in them, and I'm not hungry right now. But yeah, I probably ate about 7,000 calories in 9 hours on the day 2 bike ride. And so going into day 3, the run, I felt good when I woke up, and I slept each and every night of the stages about 10.5 hours, and I made it through each night without needing to get up and eat, which to me indicates that I was eating enough. And then for the breakfasts, each breakfast I just had bananas, as many or as little as I felt like, just whatever my body was feeling, usually about 8 to 12. And yeah, that was about it. So really just bananas and dates. The only exception to the dates was On day 3, I had some bananas during the run, but that was just to mix it up. And that was about it. I had an incredibly consistent Ultraman race. And I really do attribute that to eating foods that human beings are meant to eat, foods that digest with minimal effort. There's no point in spending extra effort trying to digest, complex carbohydrates or foods super rich and dense in protein. As much of the energy as possible needs to go towards the body recovering during training and during an Ultraman race. Therefore, eating foods that digest with minimal effort is going to create a net gain in energy. And I definitely felt it. Oh yeah, real quick on water, drink a lot of water during these stages. It was getting up to 30 degrees, and water is crucial for performance. Every bodily function requires water, and to uptake sodium and uptake glucose into the cells, you need water. So drink a ton of water. I have no idea how much water I drank. My rule on water when I'm racing is simple. When I think about water, I drink water. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say on that topic. I am going to make another video on electrolytes because I feel that's a separate topic. So if that's it, thank you for tuning in. And if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about what I ate during, or the electrolytes, click on, can I do this? I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before. Click here, right here. Is that it? Is that how it works? Sure. Click here and go to the electrolyte video. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you. Bye.